In this video, we're going to walk through how to set up FTP on your Canon R5. But if you haven't watched our video yet on how to set up a new gallery in your PicPortal account, make sure you watch that first. If you don't already have your camera set to shoot RAW plus JPEG, we highly recommend doing this. You can set what kind of RAW and what kind of JPEG you would like to have your camera shoot. We typically shoot medium or small JPEGs so that they send faster. Next, go to the Network Settings menu in your camera, which is the fourth tab, and select Wi-Fi/Bluetooth connection. Scroll over until you see Transfer Images to FTP Server and select it. Next, select Add a device to connect to, select Configure Online, and now your camera will be searching for possible Wi-Fi access points. It may suggest one to you that it finds, but you can also select Switch Network if it's not the one you want. Now your camera will show you all of the possible Wi-Fi connections that you can set up. If you don't see what you're looking for, you can always click refresh. Remember, you must be using a network that does not have a splash page. Splash pages often require authentication or acceptance of terms before a user can use the network. Cameras cannot work with these networks. Some venues provide public Wi-Fi networks. In venues with poor Wi-Fi coverage, we sometimes set up our own Wi-Fi network, which means that we bring our own routers and plug them into an Ethernet port. We also use portable hotspots or even a smartphone with a hotspot when necessary. Go ahead and select the Wi-Fi network that you want to connect to, and if it requires a password, type the password in. Once you have your password typed in, select OK. Now your camera will try to connect to the Wi-Fi network. For IP address setting, select Auto Setting. Disable the use of TCP IPv6. For FTP mode, select FTP. For FTP server, this is where you're going to input the information of the PicPortal server so that your camera can connect to it. For address setting, delete the IP address that appears there and type in ftp.picportal.co. You should see ftp.picportal.co under address after you type it in. Select OK. Under passive mode, enable this. This is what allows your camera to talk to our servers. Under proxy server, leave this disabled. And login method, select login password. This is where you're going to type in the username and password that you created for your gallery on your PicPortal account. Even though it says login password, when you click this and select OK, it will need the username first. Enter the username. Select OK. Now enter the password that you created for your PicPortal gallery. This is not your password to log into your main PicPortal account. Select OK. Under Target folder, select Root folder. Select OK. And now you're connected to the FTP server. Click OK. Now you're connected to the server. If you press Disconnect and Exit, it will disconnect from the server. You can also click Confirm Set to see the information that you've typed in already. Go ahead and press Disconnect and Exit. This will end your connection. Now that you're not connected, you can see that it's saved as an option. When you want to connect to it, just go ahead and click on that, and you can connect your camera to it. Or you can scroll over to Transfer Images to FTP, and you can see the set that you just set up. You can also edit and delete. Go ahead and click into this, and you can change the device nickname, see information about the FTP server, or delete the connection information. Go ahead and click the menu button once, twice, a third time, scroll back, and go ahead and select the ftp.picportal.co option. Your camera is now going to reconnect to the server. And you're connected. Press the menu button. Scroll down and select Wi-Fi settings. Scroll down and select FTP transfer settings. Now you can change settings about how to send and what to send with your FTP. Automatic transfer can be disabled. When automatic transfer is enabled, it will send every single image that you take. It's beneficial to only send your best images, so we leave this to disable. Transfer type and size. This allows you to select what size JPEG you'd like to send. Small is just fine. You can also select whether or not to send JPEG only, RAW only, or RAW plus JPEG. We only send our JPEGs, so they send much faster over FTP. Press the menu button. Transfer with set. Set this to enable. This will allow you to press the set button in the middle of your dial on the back of your camera to tell the camera to send an image if you want it to. You can leave set root certif blank and power saving to disable. You can also leave protect images to disable. Press the menu button. Press the menu button again and again. You're all set. Go ahead and take a picture. Now, when you're previewing your images, you should see a set option in the top left. When this is blank, it means the image has not been sent. You can either press set on the touch screen or with the button on the back of your camera. Your camera should say transferring. And when an image is sent, that set option should be filled with a circle. You've now successfully sent an image over FTP to your gallery on PicPortal. And that's it, you're all set up. Now you can send images right from your camera to an online gallery through PicPortal. Be sure to practice this at home a couple of times before you go shoot at events, as it can get kind of stressful sometimes, especially if connection cuts out, if you're having trouble sending, if you can't get your Wi-Fi to work. These are all things that will happen in real life and at events, so just make sure you're prepared for them. Make sure you can set this up from scratch, make sure you can change your Wi-Fi settings, and if you even need to, make sure you can set up a new gallery on the fly. If you're having trouble with your camera, try restarting it and definitely make sure you have the latest firmware update. If you have any other questions, please email us at picportalco@gmail.com.